Hey guys, what's going on? It's Coach Brian again. So I want to go over what the modifications, this is going to be the new standard for anyone that cannot do the either strict pull-ups or the kipping pull-up option, especially when you get into the super high reps, repetitions. We want to try to not only minimize the opportunity for shoulder injury, we want to see you actually get stronger. Recoiling out of the bands, whether you've got them hooked around a rack or you're using them as a stepping option where you're just kind of bouncing up and down, I'm going to show you how we can develop more muscle faster, safer, and you're actually going to get that first pull-up. So the way you get set up is that we're going to have the bar, can be a training bar, doesn't matter which one here, but we want it on the J hooks, and when I get set up under this, I'm in the right position when the bar is slightly outside of my reach. So when I put my hands on the bar and actually pull up where I've got a good grip, I'm hanging from the bar. What I don't want to do is end up where I'm in constant contact with the floor. It's going to shorten or limit my range of motion. And when I'm here, I want to be all the way down and hanging straight under this bar. Now the setup is pretty easy. Once you get to where you're supposed to be, coming back into the starting position over and over again is easier. So I want my arms, shoulders, and hips to be lined up on this crossbar directly under where I'm hanging, okay? Now, as far as the grip, I do want a closed grip at the top. We're not going to do monkey grip, so bring the thumbs around to the front. I've got very little weight on my heels. The feet are here to assist me, not do all the work. Now, to do this properly, I want to engage my scapula. I want the shoulders to draw down and in, as opposed to allowing my biceps to pull me forward. So once I get set, I'm going to demo a couple of these. The weight is feathered on my heels. I'm only going to use as much foot as I need to get my chin above the bar. Elbows are out, chin above the bar. When I come down to the bottom, I want to bring my head through, just as if I'm doing a strict pull-up or if I'm doing a kipping requirement. I want to keep my head through to demonstrate the full extension of where I can go. And then again, I'm going to do a couple more. Chin above the bar, all the way back down. Things to avoid. Make sure your hip doesn't shoot before your body gets up. This little flexion I have in my hip right here, I want to maintain as much flexion as I can. So I'm on my heels. I'm going to keep that closed. This area right here is closed. Chin above the bar. Very minimally open, as opposed to the big arch. When I arch up and out, I start using a combination of shoulders, chest, triceps, and of course the back. But I want to isolate this to the middle of my back the best as possible. Now to make this easier, I can bring my feet closer, feet flat on the ground, and I can put a little bit more force into the floor to help myself get up over that bar. Again, my hips do not fully open up. Less than 20 or 30% of my total body weight is in my legs. I want my arms to do everything. When I need to rest, come down at the bottom, come back up, butt should be off the floor, and then you roll into it. If you use this modification in conjunction with eccentric training, you're going to control the rate and the speed at which you descend out of your pull-up. And by doing these as opposed to the bands, you're going to develop some of that concentric strength, which is going to help you get your chin above the bar. We do have other protocols in here. Keep an eye out for the 3-day-a-week pull-up protocol, and it will help you not only get stronger, but again, keep those shoulders healthy and keep you in the game longer.